your favorite teacher here again. My name is Dr. Oluwayemisi Adepojawodele, and we're going to be discussing a peculiar topic that says dealing with academic challenges. And we would we will affirm that academics sometimes can be complicated, and the manner or ways by which children adapt to academics differs. And I want you to rejoice because help is on the way. It's not time for you to write off that child or those children. They will definitely attain the excellence that you have the excellent standard that you have set for them. With me here today is Mrs. Funke Famorote. She is the convener of Blossom Inspirational TV. She's a multiple award winning inspirational speaker, and she's also a trained and certified counselor in trauma and depression and any other issues of life. She's also a seasoned parent. She's an unintentional parent, mother of two excellent giants. Welcome with me, Mrs. Funke. How are you? It's an honor having you here.
I know.
You look so beautiful.
Thank you very much. I'm so glad to be here once again, and I must say again, you're doing a wonderful job because I don't know what inspiration you are to a lot of great out there. So well done.
Thank you so much. Today we'll be discussing on this very peculiar topic on dealing with academic challenges. And you can agree with me that as as the world is changing, the syllabus and the expectations that we teachers require from the students are increasing daily, and and because technology is now involved, it's become a little bit more complicated. I mean, when we were in school, we had to do with papers and virus. Now, children are even required to have tablets, and they have to go through um, the online learning system, which is also known as the LMS, learning module system, and it has become a little bit complicated. Some are catching up, while some are not. How do we deal with these academic challenges?
Okay, I would like us to streamline into academics challenges in terms of maybe um, failure in or how like in reduction in grades, so to say.
Yes, because like I said, because the world is going digital, and a lot of students are required to do some things online,
Mm.
and it's still affecting their grades because sometimes they grade them based on all those things. And some of these students, they are
can't-
not say catching up. They are not so catching up in class.
So in other words, it's affecting their grades.
Grades, yes.
Okay, so let me quickly say that I have been in that shoes, so I understand if you're a student out there and you're dealing with academic challenges in terms of reduction in your grades and you want to catch up. Here are the things I did that helped me in that time, especially during my undergraduate time season or so. I had high hopes of getting. In fact, I wanted to finish with the first class because I knew that by the special grace of God I can. But somehow I came into the university with high hopes, and for one reason or the other, which I don't even understand until tomorrow, my grades from the very first semester was reducing. I had a whole lot of carryover. So it's extended to 200 level, and I have to sit myself down and ask, what is the problem? What's going on? Because according to a friend of mine said you are a triangle student from class to library, library to your room, and back to class.
Class
So,
again.
so it's not as if I was distracted, but I don't know what was happening. Now, this is what I did. First of all, I acknowledged there was a problem. So the first thing you have to do as someone or a student going through academic challenges is, first of all, you need to acknowledge the fact that there is a problem, there is a challenge. You understand? When you acknowledge a challenge, then that is how, if that's the first solution to that challenge. When you acknowledge the
And
challenge,
there's a problem.
there's a problem. So when you acknowledge it, okay, now what? Try to trace what has caused this problem. So what is the reason I'm having these academic challenges? For some people, it may be distractions from peer pressure. It may be anything whatsoever. But once you acknowledge there is a challenge, then you can pin down the possible um, cause of that challenge, and also it will lead you to it will serve as a roadmap to the possible solution. So the next one is have a safe place of reading. I'll tell you by experience. I noticed that library is not meant for everybody. I noticed that I was always going to the library. It was years after that I could trace it. I was always going to the library, but I noticed that I don't assimilate when everywhere is extremely quiet. Rather, some of us love to read in with little distractions like music and all. So I began to read better. I now found out that my room, my hostel in school then happens to be my safe place of reading. So the second thing you have to know is you have to get a safe place of reading where you know you're comfortable and you can assimilate better. The third one is association. The power of association is a very huge one. See, the truth of the matter is that I used to tell people 10 to 20 years to this time, your age would have increased, but you might not have increased if you have not changed or or have a better association. This is what I mean. 20 years from from now, what would distinguish you from where you are now in life to where you're going is the power of association. So you have to
People you roll with.
yes, you have to begin to associate yourself with people that are better than you and have or some that have or people that have the same mindset that like minds.
Like minds,
You
or
understand?
the same target that, oh, we want to
They
make
are
it first
they are
class,
they are
we want to
they
be
are
the
goal
best,
oriented people.
goal oriented. This is
You
what we
understand?
want to do. They know
Exactly.
what they want to be early in life.
And they can help you.
Mm.
I don't want to mention him, but there's one of my classmates. I God bless him wherever he is. He helped me academically. He began to put me through the courses I was having issues with, and began to give me tutorials on it. And we began to roll together. And he's one of the top in my class. Before you know it, I was able to soar above that challenge. So have a good association of people that can help you through that season. And the last one is
Before you say the last one, I remember when I was in secondary school, I was very good in English, literature, government, but my main problem was mathematics.
okay.
And of course, you know that if you want to enter the university, you need maths.
You need maths.
Whether you're going to do Yoruba education or
Whatever.
whatever, maths was very compulsory.
Okay.
So I approached a classmate of mine, we are still friends till now, and that this is my problem, and say, yes, you play too much. So during break time, when my friends will play, and because I love to play, I want to play anything, I want to run, I want to, I was very energetic while growing up. And that it was like a sacrifice for me to just sit still when I could see everybody.
Push you through
Yes, mathematics during the break, after school hours, before lesson teacher would
and
come
I'm
up.
sure it's just a matter of time you began to catch up, right?
In fact, I had A in maths.
And
My father was like, you that you were struggling.
so
Not even in ordinary exam, in WAEC. And, and that was when I knew that. So that mentality followed me into the university. So I rode with people that were very intelligent, even more than I was.
And it really helps. So the last one is actually the grace of God, as you need to pray. There is nothing
after God is God.
After God is good. That's the truth. Because no matter how you acknowledge there's a problem, you have good association, you have a safe place of reading, the person that will still help you is God. So you have to put everything in the place of prayer. And it really helped me a whole lot. Because at the time I was like, God, okay, I think my physical brain has failed me. I need you.
I need you.
I need you. Because really, I was reading, but somehow, I don't know, I was failing. So at the end of the day, it was still God that helped me. But I had a part to play, and those three other parties or your parts to play, the last one is the grace of God. And that's where the prayer comes in. So for you out there having challenges in your academics today, I would encourage you, follow through these steps, and I'm sure at the end of the day, it will end in praise. And also, I want to encourage the parent out there that he or her their words or their kids are having issues with their academics. Please, it's not the time to write off the child. It's not the time. See, one of the things that our parents did for our own generation. It will not work in this generation. It's a time to even embrace the child more.
So I see how your younger brother is doing. You don't know. It's not the same school.
It will not work that way. So it's time to embrace the child, encourage the child in every way you can. Though it's not a time to downplay on what is happening. No, but to encourage the child, and more importantly, help the child to in putting some incentive program. If you need to get lesson teacher for the child, you need to get somebody that can help you, and more importantly, go on your knees for the child. The power of prayer in the life of the child, we cannot underestimate it. And I trust God that it's just a matter of time. The child will begin to soar in the academics. Thank you.
Wow, there's nothing to say again. You said it all. Thank you so very much. You really just hit the nail on the head pretty much. And I'm grateful that you could make it today. And I'm just gonna put a word out there for you. Are you a student? Are you struggling with your academics? You can make it. There's still time. You are a genius. God has given you the spirit of wisdom. I would close with James 1 verse 5, which says that does anybody lack wisdom? He should ask from the Father of light that giveth to all man liberally without any shadow of turning. God bless you until I come your way again. Your favorite teacher.